always want to see if I'm live. So I have to refresh my phone because you don't see it on. It says I'm live. There we are. Hi, you guys. Hello. I'm going to wait a few seconds, just let people get notified that I'm live. Okay. And hey, Radiance, how are you? You're doing great work over there. Fantastic. Who else just jumped on? Say hello in the comments below so I can see you. And how's the audio? For sure. You just sent a message to a friend about doing more engagement. Great. Erica's on. Yay. Hi, Erica. Great. Yeah, so we're going to talk about engagement today. Kind of like the who, what, where, let's answer all the questions. And let's get right to it because everyone's busy. So what is considered engagement on Facebook? So engagement is considered to be somebody either comment on a post or a live of yours like you're doing right now. They left you a reaction. The reactions are the thumbs up, the heart, the haha, wow, sad, angry. Those are reactions, and those are called engagement. What you want is you want the middle ones. You want the heart, haha, wow. Those are heavier weight, and they actually will push out. We'll get into that. So that's the reaction. Or you want engagement could be a share. Shares are big. If your content's being shared out, if a friend shares your content, just think it's going out to their friends, their 1,000 friends, their 5,000 friends, or whatever, and a few people over there, or many people, will actually see your content. So shares are big. Hi, Elizabeth. So that's what engagement means. Why do you want engagement? The more engagement you have, so if you had no engagement and you did a post, okay, let's just say you did a post, Facebook will only send that post out to probably about 20% of your friends on your list. Maybe a little higher if you have a group to your members, okay? So people are seeing it in their feed, all right? But people have to be online at that moment to see that post at that time. If you think about it, not everyone is on Facebook at the same time. And if you have a lot of friends that post a lot, it's going to take you a while. If you don't get on till this afternoon, and I'm posting this morning, and you have 5,000 friends, the chances are you may not see my post, okay? But if I have a ton of engagement on that post or live, Facebook is going to push that post or live out so it reaches more of my friends, okay? It's saying, wow, there's a lot of activity going on here. People are liking this content. Let's push it out to more people so more people participate. Facebook wants people participating because the more people participate on Facebook, the more Facebook can show their ads in the home feeds that we see, and that's how they make money, okay? So that's what they want. So you definitely want to create engagement. So how do you create engagement? Okay, now many people, it's too much. You do it with posts, right? So what kind of posts? You can do it with an engagement post, but engagement post is like asking a question. Okay, you'll get people to respond. That's how people get engaged, asking a question. But if you keep asking questions and you're not delivering or solving the problem, you're not going to get anywhere with building a business, okay? And we're all on here, right? Because we want to build our business using Facebook as the platform of which we build from, right? So you can start with engagement posts, and that's fine. Like once every 2 weeks is fine. You will get engagement going, but you definitely want to have your posts speak to or address the problem that your ideal client or your dream client has and be solving the problem, okay? Because you want people to read it, stop it, read it, and then engage. And you can always, at the end of a post, say, how does this sound? What do you think? Ask a question at the bottom of a post to get people stimulated to engage, to react back, okay? So is this making sense right now? If this is making sense right now, give me a heart or a thumbs up or something in the messages below, okay? I want to know if this is making sense so far. So do you see what I just did? I just asked you to do something, which is I just asked you to engage with me by asking a question in the middle of my live. So that is a trick to get you to engage. So Erica's waving. Okay, great. Lindsay's on. She's watching. Hi, Lindsay. Great. All right. So you can say in a live, you could ask people to participate. So that is one way to do it. Since we're on live, let me go through a few of them with you. I can say something like, isn't this exciting? Drop some fire in the comments below if you think this is exciting news. Or do you agree? Yes or no below in the comments below. Okay, so I'm extracting from you participation. I want you to participate. So I'm asking questions on my live, all right? Is this making sense is a good one. Are you ready to get started? Who's ready to get started? Me, 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 me. Say me below if you're ready to get started. So these are ways to get more engagement below so that Facebook sees the engagement and pushes my live out to more members of my group. Okay, so that is one way. Now with posts, you can ask questions, but really what it is your posts need to solve problems for people. Okay, too many of you are doing fluffy, generic posts, providing content that means nothing to anybody. Okay, listen, we're coaches. We solve problems. You got to get down and dirty. You got to like say, you know where the darkness is. You know how people are feeling. You have the solution for people. Who else feels this way? Comment below. You know, things like that to get the engagement going. Generally, people are not going to engage with you unless you are the creator of it. You're the host of the party. Think of it that way. Once engagement gets going, and you'll see once you get like 10 people commenting, all of a sudden it takes off on its own. You'll see that Facebook is pushing it out to more and more people. You may see that you get engagement days later on a post you did like on the weekend, okay? Because it keeps going, being pushed out. Every time somebody comments on it or reacts to it, it's going out to more people of your friends or the members of your group. And that's what you want. Why? Because you want people to see that you know what you're talking about, that you're the expert in your field, that you are a subject matter expert, you are a great coach, you know how to solve problems. So the only way for people to kind of consider you as working with you is if they see your material in Facebook, in the content, in the post. Let's see how. Oh, good. Hi. Yes, you guys. So is this making sense? Say yes below. Okay, so Lindsay's doing two things at once. She's multitasking. She's at a BNI and she's listening at the same time with earphone probably. Okay. All right. So you've got to have great content. Do not, just get to the point now. Cut to the chase. Let's your ideal clients have problems. Bring them up. Talk about it. Get the darkness to light. Okay, and tell people how can you help them solve the problem. Are they sick of suffering, sitting there in this suffering state? Let's get this handled. How much more time do you need to sit where you're at? There is a solution, right? Okay. All right. So so let's say it's even deader than dead. No one is still participating with your posts. What I would do is I would then go into Messenger and I would start tapping on people on the shoulder there, having conversations with people privately. Okay. They're too shy. They're such an introvert. I'd get over there and start having conversations like 20 a day, just starting to warm people up. Because if I bring attention to people, they're going to say, oh my God, she's, I'm being seen. She's recognizing me. She's creating a relationship with me. When you build relationships with people, they're more apt to engage with you in your feed, on your post, okay? So if your posts are dead as a doorknob, there's no movement, go over into Messenger and start talking to people over there. Find out what's going on with them. How can you help them? What's their problem? Obviously, they became friends with you or they're members of your group because they want a solution to a problem. Okay? So that will help you get the engagement in the feed by acknowledging people over in Messenger. Okay, great, you guys. Okay. So, and then what do you do when you get engagement to keep it going? Is that you want to be commenting. First of all, you want to react to every single comment that you get underneath a post of yours or live. So what I'm going to do when the live is over today, I'm going to go back into the comments and I'm going to heart or wow every single one of your comments that you just dropped. Okay? And then I probably will comment on the comments. Now, short, to the point, 1 word, 2 words, 3 word sentences, because I'm creating more engagement to your engagement. Sometimes I'll even create a dialogue going back and forth, okay? And that will get it Facebook will see that there's engagement there and will push out my live. Even though it's over, it'll go out to more people in my group because I'm doing the live in my group. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it in the group, yeah. Okay, so that's another thing you want to be doing. And what I recommend to my clients is that don't use the thumbs up because it's neutral. Respond with a reaction of the middle one. So heart, haha. I think sometimes you get the care, the one with the heart and someone holding the world, or a wow. Okay, because first, we've heard through the grapevine, it gets more weight as far as engagement for Facebook when you use those kind of reactions. So you definitely want to react to every single solitary person who commented and leave comments, 1 word, 2 word, 3 word comments back to get the engagement going again. Okay? So you want to be strategic about this. Obviously, you want to have posts that are solving people's problems. And where does the content come from? So let's talk about that. How am I developing content that's going to get engagement? I'm going to go a little step further. How do I do that? How I do that is that I have the pulse of my ideal client by asking them questions about what their number one struggle is or challenges around an area of which I can solve. So I want to see what is the problems they're having. So I use my 3 entry questions into my group, which provides me with tons of data. And so, for instance, today I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? I go straight to my spreadsheet where I have listed out every single comment that somebody has left or answer of what they've left in the 3 questions. And I go scan down and I'm looking at what are the issues people are having, and sure enough, engagement keeps coming up. I don't know how to engage. Let's see. I think I even wrote down what are some of the what are they saying. Did I write it down somewhere? Keeping people engaged, engagement, getting attention on post, visibility. These are, the answers to my questions that go on and on and on and on. This is one of the top problems that the ideal clients that I attract have. Okay, so that is easily a content that I'm going to provide, and I'm going to tell you how to create engagement. Okay, so those questions should be strategic for you as collecting data for you so that you can create content from and actually build your program from. Okay, hey Laura. Good. Hi, Elizabeth. Um, so that's one way. Another way is that I am doing questionnaires of my ideal clients. I am doing surveys from my ideal clients. I am doing polls. I am constantly tapping into them to find out what is really going on with them. So that if you looked at another post of mine, is people will only buy what they want. So I am tapping into what do they want? What problems do they want solved? Okay, so if my content is solving people's problems, I'm more likely to get eyeballs on it and people reading it and seeing that I'm an expert in my field. So that when they're deciding that they're finally going to invest in a coach to get their business off the ground and get clients, and there's 10 other people to choose from, I know there's a ton of competition, and there's a ton of competition for you too. They're going to say, I'm connected with Dallas. Dallas provides content. I like what she says. I like how she solves problems. I'm planting a seed there. So eventually people will come to me when I promote my program, and they'll raise their hand and say, I want to work with you, right? So you want to use the platform Facebook, and it's free advertisement here, to show how you solve problems. So I use all these different strategies to get the information of which I present my content, I solve the problem, and therefore I'm getting engagement. Now you may say, well, you only have less than 10 people on here on this live. So what's going to happen is that you guys, more people will look at the replay than will be live. More people will read your content later than when you post it. Okay? Because you've got to remember at 11 a.m. here Pacific, how many other people are like on their phone at this moment? Maybe they're with clients, maybe they're working a job, maybe they're teaching their children. So everyone is on a different schedule. So don't worry, you only have 5 people on when you go live, because many more people will watch it in the replay. And if you're hopping on and you're watching this replay, do hashtag replay below so I can see who actually is on here, how many people are seeing it after the fact. You can ask that too. That also stimulates engagement. That's another form of engagement, by asking people to hashtag something below. Okay? So these are ways that you can get the engagement going. You got to ask questions, especially when you're on a live. I don't know if that's true, Laura. Less than 3 words isn't counted as a comment. So, so make it 4 words, right? Maybe it's the length of characters could be it too. But you definitely want to be responding to people and get it going. And you definitely want to be solving people's problems. You definitely want to be inviting people to work with you. You want to be showing people how do you solve people's problems, okay? And not just DM me if you want more information. People are not going to run over there and DM you to find out more information. It's too scary over there, because then you're going to be on a sales call, and I don't want to be on a sales call. I want to figure you out first. This is what's going through their minds, ideal clients. I want to figure you out first before I go over there and want to work with you. So the more you present yourself of how you help people online, specifically, how do you get them from A to B, then they will process themselves without you. Are you the right person for me or not? Okay? So I wanted to let's make this short and to the point. It's 19 minutes, and I'm going to wrap up. And if you have any questions, reach out leave them in the comments below, or run over to the DMs and shoot me a message there. Okay, everyone, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye.